go to sleep. Hi, friends and family. It's me, here to give you an update, and here by the grace of God, and to live another of my many lives. This one feels really good, actually. Please excuse me while I drink some water. It's a Saturday afternoon. I got let go from the hospital. Not the last Saturday, but on Thursday evening before this most recent Saturday. Before today. So not this last Thursday, but the one before that in the late evening. So I arrived home at that time. The Saturday before that, I was really not sure that I was going to survive through that experience. So I was admitted to the hospital on about a month before that date, about a month before the date I was let go. And I was getting more and more of these symptoms of, blood pressure spikes and just a lot of pain in my legs, and really not much that I can do about it. So I ended up calling Burnaby Hospital, either with super low blood pressure or super high blood pressure, or both. And I ended up there. And then they were going to run some tests on me, but I guess I had better judgment, and I came home. And then I was admitted afterwards by ambulance over to the hospital at Vancouver General Hospital with a seizure. That's the big hospital here in town. I don't need to get into all that, but I think in the emergency, in the ICU, I have the best team of caregivers. I just want to say that they stuck by me and kept coming to the intensive care and praying for me and speaking blessings over me that came to be true, like I was going to get out of there and that I was going to recover and spend time in the future with them. So I'm just fortunate that I'm in the place where I am. Well, blessed, I should say. So before I came in here, I had been praying and just reading scripture. I know that probably all the viewers that I have won't be followers of the same faith, which is Christian. I was raised actually Hindu, and I have many people that are still Hindus, or not necessarily believing Hindus, but they I don't know, they have ties to it, right? So me, I'm learning what is really going on. So yeah, that will take time for me to fully express. Part of it's just going to be the expression of my demeanor and of my countenance, of my physical nature, of different things. You can look at the videos now and since before when I went to the hospital. That could be your first evidence that I'm onto something. So, yeah, I was admitted to the hospital. I ended up, yeah, they diagnosed me with COVID and seizure. They put a feeding tube in me and a breathing tube. So I was intubated and NG tubed and like I said, I have a doctor that works for me as a caregiver. He was a surgeon from Russia that this Canadian government sorely missed out on having in the hospital somewhere. Because why? Because he didn't pass some English exam. Now, yeah, I see how that's important. You know, they should have a learning as you work, or training as you work, part of that to facilitate people like him. So anyway, back to the story. He was one of the people that came to. I have some other wonderful caregivers that aren't trained anywhere as doctors or whatever, but they work just as well. And yeah, I'm just highly blessed in that way. So I went there beforehand. Like I said, I had been, learning a lot about what healing is, but I still wasn't getting it in terms of like I was still heading to a place where I didn't have a chance. I didn't see recovery at the end of it. So then I went to the VGH and saw some good people. Eventually they discharged me, and it just turned around. Suddenly there were some imbalances in my diet that we fixed when I was there, or in my nutrients that we fixed when I was there. But the fact that I recovered from those conditions just so rapidly after I've been through so much in my age and I mean I just the symptoms just started dropping. I just started what can I say? I just woke up one day and felt like I was going to get better, and then everybody that came into my door from that moment forward was like, everything was just working out. Like, oh yeah, you need that? Yeah, we're gonna get that for you. Yeah, no problem. Okay, you're gonna be discharged the day after tomorrow. We're gonna have a team and this and that. Everything just was like, yeah, putting in front of me, and was working out, and I had a confidence somehow, and a happiness, and then when I got into everything that I worried about became not to be worried about. It just passed easily. Like for instance, I was concerned, not worried. I noticed that I was a lot less worried than I was before. Like I didn't have the same concern in the same manner like than I did before. So my legs still feel very I don't want to say numb, but there's a high degree of numbness, and I did leave the hospital with a few pretty painful scars that I'm going to have to heal from. This one is not painful, but it's going to take me. I went to the dentist yesterday, which is something I wasn't doing in the past because it was such a journey for me to go to the dentist. Just taking a breather. I'm going to get a drink here. So, yeah, everybody that came to see me, it's not I can mention their first names because I don't know if they care. Arnie was one that was there. She's wonderful. Joy was there. Jessica was she's always been carrying me and my dad. Even now, my dad's still recovering. And worrying about spending the time waking up and not sleeping and being concerned of my health. He fell over at home and fractured his hip and has to recover from that. So he'll have to recover, and he will. And he's recovering very well. And blessings have been with him too, in all the recovery that he's been helped with along the way, and the connections he's made. And for me, I'm more connected, you could say, with what healing is a lot more than what I was before. I'm now home. As soon as I came in the door, that's what I was saying. Concern for the ride home just melted. The ride was easy. In fact, the person that came to pick us up just happened so smooth. We did end up waiting, and then at the right moment, the guy came, and he had an empty van, and he took me and Jessica with all of our stuff. I had a lot of stuff because I had ended up bringing my bed to the hospital. A lot of things went awry with my hospital stay. And in fact, that's one of the things I really need to take care of, is making a report / suggestion of ways that they can improve their service, especially for people, particularly for people with spinal cord injury and so on. So we are going to work on that today or tomorrow. Since I've got home, my level of fear for everything is diminished highly. I still have a lot of work to do of recovery, of going out, of overcoming barriers of fear, I've fixed, or God has fixed already, like my door which was broken when the ambulance had to break it down in order to rescue my dad because he had fallen on the floor. And what else? Things are going smoothly. The damages that I had at the hospital, like I had a few injuries here and there. They are healing, and they're getting better. I am a much stronger person. I don't fear anything really. My faith is in God. It's more than faith, because I was always a very pragmatic, I don't know, you can say almost too detail-oriented person. And I was raised very Hindu, which breaks everything down into, if not gods, then ultra science, right? So it does end up making you very selfish, because you ultimately think that whatever you do, it's on you what happens to you. So it's about what you're doing at any given time. I let go of that and pretty much thought, but it still came down to whether it was on me, and if I decided to just do whatever I wanted to, then it ended up still on me. And it ended up that I realized, after I began to search a little bit more earnestly into what were the different how God was perceived in Hinduism, and I did my own re-look into that and was really unsatisfied with where it got me. I just felt like there was no return for me. I didn't feel any reciprocal response. I didn't feel it. I quickly realized again that what I was looking for was not within that that God. I didn't know if I didn't feel like it was real. I felt like it was stories a lot, and so then I started reading the Bible. At first, I was thinking, why were the Jewish people so like perceived by other people? Why were they so like focused on? I was a little bit wondered when I knew that my mom had chose to become Hindu instead of not just herself. Her mom, my grandmother, was first sort of ambivalent about being Jewish or being Christian or whatever. She kind of adopted the mindset that I guess was popular in the United States. Give me 1 second. All those blue, that's really cool. That must be my window. Very cool. You can see all these blue colors in my glasses. So I started reading it and learning about the Old Testament. I'm like, okay. And then I'm reading the New Testament, and then I'm reading about who God is. I'm thinking, okay, this is somebody who sometimes I was feeling very loved by, and at other times I was feeling very afraid of. And the fear was coming from, the fact that it wasn't fear of God, it was fear that I had, which resulted from after reading what I read. So it wasn't necessarily of God or of the character or personality. It was more like just what I read scared me, and it wasn't like a pleasant thing to read or hear. And it generally had to do with just the distance that I thought, okay, that puts me at a great distance from where I need to be. And I don't know, I mean, I'm trying my best, but I'm certainly not, closing the gap of that distance. And that distance had to do with, I felt very like I was unable to connect with in prayer or in words or in meaning with God. I felt like I was like the people that I was reading about had these visions and had maybe a clear some kind of moment where they were healed or something happened. And here I was just kind of sort of sliding toward the edge of a precipice and shouting and feeling like it was just getting further and further away, right? Like my ability to stop it from happening. So, even though I was reading this and it was saying one thing that made me feel good about being close, so close to God. On the other hand, I'm reading it and I'm feeling, I'm just not feeling the, like a hand had come out and grabbed me or anything like that yet. I was more like just waiting for that something to happen. And it wasn't happening at that point. I was just feeling the same. So then going to the hospital was kind of like me just letting go of, okay, see you later, guys. Realistically, I did have that moment in more than one way. It was kind of like, okay, I'm okay with this. Don't worry about trying to, hang on. I did have moments even where I contacted people and said, I did my best and blah, blah, blah. And then, what happened was, I just suddenly woke up one day very enthused about everything, enthused about my appetite getting better, enthused about being home, enthused about enthused about getting better, enthused about having faith in the Lord, enthused about not just, I wasn't like it just happened out of nothing. In the hospital, I was listening, in the mindset that this was like, I was on my way out of there, and I didn't really have an answer for what my body had gone through or was going through. So, and I had gotten some new wounds. Some new openings in my skin here and there. My skin wasn't doing that well. In terms of, I had some things to heal up from, pretty serious too. And so I'm just thinking about all this stuff that I got to get, but then, like I said, some wind came against my sail, and just like this smile came on my face, and I was just like, hey, let's pack my stuff and go home. And then, let's do it. And then everybody was just, pretty soon all my stuff was packed, and and I was getting home. And now when I came in the door, the ride went really well. The guy was more than happy, and he got along really well with my caregiver, and they were talking, and I was just like feeling blessed and thinking, I'm going to come out more often. I'm not thinking about all the, like before. Hey, if I learned a lot, I can't articulate it all right now, or I'm having trouble even remembering what it was that I learned. But I'm just trying to tell you the spirit of it. And then I came in the door, and the place looked new. It looked, Jess had done an amazing job keeping it clean and whatnot, for sure. But I felt like I was in a new, she kept it clean. Thank you so much. And I looked at the, just everything, and it just felt new, and didn't feel like I was coming home to the same place. It felt like I lived in a really nice place. And before, when I left, I don't remember, I want to go into what it felt like, but it didn't feel like that. And now I was like coming to a new place that was great. And so, yeah, since I've been home, I've been eating really well. Like I said, I went to the dentist yesterday. I bit down on one of the NG tube that they had right sticking up my nose. Oh my goodness. Or my throat or something. I don't know, but I bit down on that thing so hard. And I'll get my teeth polished next Friday. And what else? I'll do as much as I can. I'll do as much the Lord lets me do. And yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know, but I'm home and I'm feeling good. Or I'm not in too bad shape. I got to get through the afternoon till 5 when the next person gets here. I didn't anticipate one issue that I might need to figure out a way around, adapt to in the next. And there are things in my place that need addressing and fixing. But I'm trusting in the Lord for those things, and I'm going to work hard at the things that I can fix, and one thing at a time. So next is going to, I don't know how much to divulge about my personal life. I'm being a little close to the belt right now. But eventually, that's just because of my background. It has nothing to do with reality. Probably got nothing to worry about. So eventually I'll just be outgoing about some more details. Like for instance, but things I forget too, like the bag. I should have had it hooked to the chair. Then I would have been able to drain it. But as it is, I'm filling up. And I'm prohibited from drinking my water because it'll get too full, and then I'll be in real trouble. But unless I can call around in the apartment and find someone that'll empty it. The staff in the building should be helpful, but I haven't been in touch with them for a while, so I would have to go down there and see if that was a doable thing. So anyway, I gave you an update. I will be in further contact, and the next time I do this, I will be be quoting more of chapter and verse. I will be going into detail about what it is that I'm actually, it doesn't even have to go that. It just have to be my personal, just like what today was, the same as today. Today was pretty good. This is what I wanted to get across. And my legs are doing a thing, and I'm adapting to that. But things are going good. I went out yesterday, and tomorrow? Sunday, then Monday, I will be perhaps I will be doing a shower, taking a shower. And then on next Friday, I'll go for a cleaning. So my teeth cleaning. And what else? I can start some other projects that I want, art projects, get back into some things. I'm trying to get this device that's going to help me do with my art. I'll give you more updates on that device, but I have to get my tooth fixed first. So the first thing is getting that fixed. And I also have to take care of my payroll, make sure that caregivers who stayed with me so well, and some are leaving because, for family vacation time, things like that, and I have to cover their shifts over the next month, and then there's a bunch of things that are moving quickly, and I have to stay on top of them, mainly having to do with hiring caregivers that and changing shifts. But I'm not like stressful stressed about it like I used to be. It just comes and goes through my my radar, and I know that something's going to work out. That the Lord's going to already has a plan. I'm headed toward that destination already as we speak. All right, it's just waiting for me, and it has all the right people at all the right times, always for me. And if it means my legs continue to improve, I'd like to go back to the gym again. That would be really nice to be at the gym, to be getting sore on my shoulders, putting on some muscle weight. Yeah, that would be really nice, and getting used to, I don't know how much. Yeah, getting used to having legs and a body that can handle normal everyday outing. But I got to start slow. I did make it to the dentist, and I will be making it to the dentist. But I am starting slow, but I'm not stopping. I will continue to go out the door, continue to pursue the day, every day, getting my stuff done, getting everyone taken care of on time, better than ever before. So take care, and God bless you. And everything go well. Have a great day. See you later.